Welcome to my home. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. First thing that you're gonna see when you enter is what I call my wall of fame. I needed something as a staple to remind myself of what I've done and where I've been. And 95% of these were taken on a tripod. I think that's what makes it most special, is that these were moments that I just shared with myself. Like no one was there to capture it except me. So it's just really cool to walk through this hallway and just remember like, oh my gosh, I was there, I did that. And I was even emotional the first couple times I put it up because I was like, this was my life. But now I have a home. This area, I wanted to just feel like one big nap, like that you could just like sleep anywhere. You look at everything and you're just like, oh, where shall I lay my head? But it's very inspired by Balinese culture. Bali is one of my favorite islands in the world. And some of my favorite pieces about this place, this little electric fireplace, I think is so special. And the heater actually works, like you can make heat come out of this. So I like to cozy up in this area to read a book. I also have a projector. So when I want to watch movies, I'll pull the blinds down and watch a movie. This jar has currency from over 70 countries, even like debit cards, international debit cards that no longer work. And it probably equals like $500 US total. But yeah, if there's ever a day where I'm really desperate and I have to exchange it, that'll be a sad day. So I hope that I can hold on to this for as long as possible. And yeah, it's just a reminder of the beauty and diversity and all the places that I've been. This hat I trucked from Vietnam with through 3 airports to get this back here. And I remember I brought one to my mom in Arizona. And she was like, what will I do with this? I'm like, Mom, it's a souvenir. It's what I got in Vietnam. Okay, that's nice. And she put it to the side. I was like, I did not look like a fool through 3 airports for this reaction. But you'll see a lot of wall decal as well of just positive affirmations. When you live alone, you gotta make sure you are staying positive or you're just doing something or reading things constantly that affirm who you are and what you believe. And then last thing that I love about this area is I started scrapbooking during the pandemic. And I think sometimes when we're such digital people and we live such a digital world, we forget about the beauty of just like the simplicity of life and cutting out moments. There was a period where I was learning Mandarin. I wanted to remember that. But it's just like little notes, gratitude. Sometimes I'll take a picture of my whiteboard of what my business is looking like, luggage tags, quotes from like books that I'm reading. It's just really fun. You've seen one bookshelf. This is another one. One of my favorite things about book collecting is that one day I want to open up global libraries around the world of all the books that have helped me on my journey. And I would love for it to just all be free for like creatives to just come and rent as they need. So I love that I'm an avid reader because I get to like have like documentation of everything that's helped me on my journey. My favorite thing about my office is the Office sign. My absolute favorite show in just the history of television is The Office. I own the DVD box collection in college and I've watched all the seasons at least, I think 8 times full through. That's how much I love it. I love this quote, "In pursuit of your dreams, don't forget God." I grew up pastor's kid, so God is like it's a big part of who I am and my identity, so I love just reminders of like, as you're doing this journey, like don't forget about God. I love this little physical calendar. And funny enough, you can see that it's June 14th and my Christmas tree is up. So Merry Christmas, everyone. I love to get a head start. Honestly, I put my Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve. And I was like, since I was late, I might as well just keep it up. And then I realized it brought me so much joy. I'm gonna like keep it up until it no longer does. And that day hasn't come. So create your own rules, y'all. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm the only tree that you can see from the outside of the building. And I love that. So there's that. More books, lots of GoPro cameras. Shout out to GoPro. They were one of the first cameras that I started shooting with when I was traveling the world. I have my little gym out here where I love to just meditate, work out, do yoga, read. Just depends on how I feel. And last but not least, this is my creative studio. It is probably the room that gets the messiest on any given day, because this is where I come to create, and this is where I don't give myself any rules. I think when you're a creator, you have to allow yourself to not be so organized. And it's like creative organization is a thing. So I have a whiteboard, I have notepads, I have this life in weeks thing, which kind of documents how many weeks left I have of life, which is humbling and important to keep in perspective. I have my writing computer because I have no apps, no software. I don't even know if the Wi-Fi is connected. This is a computer that I come to write, and I am currently writing my book. It is the hardest thing I've ever done, probably will ever do, but it's so rewarding. And being able to channel all of the thoughts that you have on a regular basis and turn it into a cohesive story to be shared with the masses that is going to exist forever is terrifying. And so the anxiety and overwhelm of that can be a lot. So that is a computer for that. Every year, I also try to create an idea of what I want my business model to look like. So you can see here, I kind of have 3 categories of my business. There's Glo the person, Glo the creator, and then Glo & Co, the producer side. So it's like the coach, the speaker, the author, the creator, the podcaster, the YouTuber, the producer, and the philanthropist. So it's like all the arms of my business and all the things that I want to do, the creative pursuits that I have. Yeah, just trying to like map it out. Even if I don't exactly follow it as I've mapped it out, it's nice to get all of my ideas out there. So if you keep everything up here, it'll never get launched. So it's good to look at it every day and be reminded of like, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working towards. I might not be motivated today, but do it for the producer side who is going to be created in 2 years. This is my podcasting setup. The Glo Show is my podcast. Pretty exciting. I've had it for 2 years now, 60 episodes in. I have 8 episodes I have yet to edit and publish, but that's how it goes. But the Glo Show, I think it's the place where I can be the most honest. There's something about hearing someone's voice that breeds a different level of trust. And I feel like the people that listen to my podcast get the best understanding of who I am as a person. It's where I can shed the hat of a creator, a business owner, an entrepreneur, and I can just be me. That's why I called it the Glo Show and not one of my businesses. So yeah, it's been fun. It's a journey, and I really need to publish those episodes. All right, that is my home.